Hey guys, welcome back to another reading over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for all you people born in the year of the rabbit. So if you are a rabbit, this is a reading for you. And if you know any rabbits, then give them a shout. Tell them that there is a reading on the Chinese Zodiac through the oracle cards and point them in my direction. Let's see what they have to say. Right, let's get these shuffled up and see how it has been for you rabbits this week. Let's give it a little more. And maybe we stop there. And I'll take that one from the bottom. I'll take this one from the middle. I'll take this one from the top. What have we got? We have got a black, white, white. Okay, let's get the black out the way first, shall we? And we got the monkey. It's a negative black monkey there. Just a reminder that the black negative cards just mean things could be better. Things could be better. It's not all doom and gloom. Black isn't always an attack. And I think with the monkey card especially, when it's in that negative, it's just reminding you to look after yourself, look out for yourself, be more aware of what's going on around you, and potentially it is a selfish card, so it's time to be a bit more selfish with your feelings or with what you're putting out there or how you help people or how you hold yourself. Just be a little bit more self-conscious of it. I think at the moment there's a lot of stuff that you need to get done. That monkey card is a doer. It is part of the doer triangle, and it is you're gonna have to work for this. You're gonna have to work through this. You're gonna have to push through this. Unfortunately, the issue with the rabbit and the monkey is trust. There's a trust issue, or let's say more of a questionable situation happening, and you're unsure of what's happening. Maybe this is why it's saying self-care and be a bit more selfish with what you're putting out there, because there is something that is questionable. There is something that isn't adding up. There is something that is suspicious. Something very suspicious. Something isn't right. Something isn't right. And I think that there is a rivalry here, a rivalry that is happening, and it's creating, I don't want to say animosity, but it kind of is. It's definitely making things a little bit more frustrating and a little bit more hard to handle, a little bit more difficult, because you're not looking out for yourself, or you feel you're being taken advantage of. You feel like you've been taken advantage of. But we're going to jump straight into that white monkey and flip it back around. So realistically, shutting off as a rabbit, getting more reserved, going a little bit timid and withdrawn. That is your go-to thing. That is what rabbits tend to do. This is what this is. This is you. This is a monkey card, but this is you being urged to look out for yourself and be more self-aware, be more respectful of yourself, be more loving of yourself. Basically, have more self-respect. Have a bit more kind of, I guess, I would like to say a more of a conscious mind, more of an awareness, as I've said. There needs, you can't keep being naive, you can't keep being ignorant, you can't keep pretending things aren't happening and things aren't going on, because they are. And there's things that you need to work on, and there's things that you need to get done. You can't just keep sitting around doing nothing all the time, or at least sitting around moping all the time, or keep running back into your hole and being withdrawn all the time. Sometimes you're forced into situations where you're going to have to stand up, and you're going to have to do stuff. You're going to have to do something. You can't keep putting it off. You can't keep, making it a lesser priority or moving it down the list. You've got to do it. You've got to push through. And one of those things that you do have to do is look out for yourself while you are navigating through this time. I think previously what we have said is, like, you've been ignoring the fire that's burning behind you, and that forest fire is now sweeping through. Well, now that you've been made aware of that, it's now time to grab the hose. It's now time to get things done, and it's self-preservation. And I think this time, or this phase in which you're currently in, is literally that. It's self-preservation. You need to have more self-respect and less self-preservation or self-sabotage kind of tactics here, because the self-sabotaging and the, I don't know, the procrastination of pushing forward or making changes or getting things done, that's going to have consequences. You are going to find you're going to have consequences. And that dog is jumping in there, that dog, and again, quite compatible. It's not a bad card. It's also in the white. I think you're coming through from that monkey to the dog. Dogs look out for themselves. They're very loyal to themselves. They're very protective of themselves. They are quite emotionally capable as well. They're quite aware of things, and that's where I think this is headed. This is where it's pushing you. It's pushing you in a time where it's telling you you need to be aware. You need to be aware of what's going on. If you want to be rewarded, or not rewarded, maybe if you want to have a positive outcome, let's say, then you are going to have to put the work in. You're going to have to look out for yourself, because if you don't, you're never going to win the race if you're concerned about hurting other people's feelings by beating them. Coming first means other people have to lose. If you're going to be concerned about that and upset about that, then you yourself become the loser, because you're letting people win. So it's either you win and then have that guilt of, oh, well, or the, that kind of feeling of, oh, maybe I should have let the other people win. Or you could let them win and then you become the loser with no such courtesy. You need to have that kind of mentality. You need to look out for yourself. And yes, okay, running a race and getting to the finish line first is one thing. Living life and navigating through the situations, relationships, work and stuff like this, that's another. But there is something that is out of kind of touch here. There's something out of place. There's an issue. There is some sort of issue, a suspicious kind of curious kind of thing that's happening. And to get through that and navigate through it, you have to be completely self-aware, completely sort of have that free-flowing mind. You need to think and think clearly, not sort of like conclusions that you've just stirred up in your head, not assumptions, not like, it has to be literally this is it, this is how it is, and then move forward from what evidence you've gathered or what actual facts you have. The dog is a part of that action-orientated protection kind of triangle. And I think in regards to the monkey kind of selfishness and looking out for themselves and just kind of, making sure that they're all okay, with that dog's protective side as well, making sure that they're well protected and well guarded and, in a position of safety. I think with those, well, I say 3 cards, with the 2 signs there, with just the monkey and the dog there, it's quite obvious that you are trying to escape the fire. You are trying to navigate through the flames. You are trying to put things back or get into a place of, I don't know, a neutral place, a safer place, a more positive space. You are trying to do that. But as I've said previously before, it may just be too little too late at this point. You've already let other people pass you on the race and they've already come first, second, third. You are now at the back of the marathon. So right now it's what do? Do you exhaust yourself to catch up and try to finish the race, or do you just give up and just let the fire catch up and take over? Only you know the answer to that question, but we'll find out next week how things are going on for the rabbit people when we come back for another reading for you next Tuesday. I will be back tomorrow for the dragon and the snake. So if you are watching the videos just because you're watching the videos for the Chinese Zodiac, I will see you then. But if you are only watching the rabbit videos because you are a rabbit, then I will see you next week when I come back for another rabbit reading. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.